Okay, we're going to start with The Nation. Hardly any story on the front page. Edum, why banks should pay levy on forex windfall. Sean protests ACF Ohaneze tells youth. Why banks should pay levy on forex windfall, says Edum. And bandits, other non-state actors now engage in illegal mining, says Chief of Army Staff. Okay, which story?
So the Nigerian Army says non-state actors in the Northwest now engage in illegal mining. He said that their entry into the sector and fluidity of their previous activities like kidnapping, cattle rustling, and killing were, compounding security challenges in the geopolitical zone. So to keep ahead of the terrorists, bandits, and other non-state actors, the Army vowed to continue a review of its tactics in all parts of the country where its men and officers were working hard to flush them out. So Chief of Army Staff, COAS, Lieutenant General Tarid Lagbaja, said this at the opening of a 3-day retreat for past and present commanders of Nigerian Army operations in Northwest yesterday. And they had a retreat with the theme reappraising the Nigerian Army's approach to tackling insecurity in the Northwest. And that was held at the Nigerian Army Resource Center, NAC, in Abuja. So Lieutenant General Lagbaja, represented by the Chief of Operations, Major General Benson Sijen, said the activities of the non-state actors have continued to impact the security environment across the country, despite unrelenting efforts by the Army and other security agencies to flush them out. He said the current security challenges the nation is facing volatile, complex, and fluid, which varies from one zone to another. So different issues in the insecurity is different from every other zone. Every zone has their own peculiar issues. He said in the Northwest, the security situation is made complex and persistent by, the people who are engaging in the banditry, illegal mining, cattle rustling, and others. In other parts of the country, a different type of insecurity issues that are there, and they are just finding ways to work around it to see how they can sort the issues one after the other. And it was a call to the Army to keep doing what they are doing. Yeah.
Okay, let me take the Ohaneze Indigbo and ACF, that's the Arewa Consultative Forum, have said that they've dissociated themselves from the planned protest, according to them, by some shadowy groups. So the ACF National Chairman Mike Usman said that the indices that track human progress concerning the North are totally behind. And he has said that they, the ACF, remain committed to articulating and defend the interests of the northern youths. And they have various activities to do that. So therefore, they are not going to be participating in the planned protest. Also, Nigerian Labour Congress has also asked the president to address the grievances highlighted by those who are planning the protest. Ohaneze Indigbo also came to said that the statement, they're saying specifically that they are not going to participate in the protest, saying that Ohaneze Indigbo seizes this opportunity to reiterate our position with respect to the widely publicized national protest. They have directed that the Igbos not to join this protest going on because they believe that there are other ways to express their grievances and ensure that democracy is on track and the Nigerian economy is put back into development as we move forward.
Okay, so in addition to the story you just mentioned, the NLC President Joe Ajero came out told the president to address the grievances of those planning to protest. He said a statement that that dialogue between the government and protest organizers is crucial. He also said millions of Nigerians are suffering under the weight of economic policies that have exacerbated poverty and deprivation. He also said that the National Bureau of Statistics revealed that approximately 123 million Nigerians live below the extreme poverty line, with the International Rescue Committee reporting acute hunger affecting 32 million people in 2024 only. He also complained of unemployment and underemployment, that they have further compounded these hardships, pushing countless families into the brink of diary times that call for dialogue, not discord. Okay. There's need for compassion and understanding from the authorities.
So I want to take the story on the new proposed Finance Act, 2023 Finance Act before the National Assembly, and it contains the fact that there will be levy on capital gains, say forex windfall, and the Minister for Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Olawale Edun, defended why the federal government is proposing this one-off levy in the new program that banks are making. This will not affect Nigerians. Said banks are making huge profit from Forex. This is strictly Forex. So any Forex transaction the bank carries out, the levies that are placed on each of those transactions will now be split by 50-50 between the banks and the government, saying that the government is going through a whole lot trying to increase revenue, and banks are declaring profits. So they've given this instruction that all banks, since March, a circular was sent out that all banks should not spend the profit from their Forex because it will be counted together. He also mentioned, as the minister mentioned, that the FIRS didn't, because of the loss that Manufacturing Association of Nigeria manufacturers suffered, a 1.7 trillion naira loss based on Forex. They couldn't tax them. So if you are making profit, we will tax you. And it shouldn't be called, he said it shouldn't even be called tax. It's a levy to support the government from the profits they are making. Then the Senate addressed the fact that it would not affect Nigerians because many Nigerians started worrying that they might transfer the costs to Nigeria. He said, no.
It's a one-off thing.
Yes, there is a standard fee that they usually collect, and from that profit, share with the government 50-50.
Okay. But why is the government saying 50-50 when they can come sit down, dialogue,
like
and negotiate?
Or 60-40.
Yes.
But there was an act already, so it's been passed last year. I think it was last year. Moving on now to the Punch. Fuel crisis marketers project 700 billion naira monthly subsidy. Nigeria records $1 billion international transfer inflows in 3 months. Immigration officer, 3 others arraigned for drug trafficking. Mastermind of Abuja General's murder nabbed in Kano. Edo, Ighodalo's candidacy upheld. Shebu fined ₦1 million. Organized private sector opposes fresh interest rate hike. Windfall, FG insists on sanctions for defaulting bank chiefs. Okay, let's take a story.
Yeah, the major headline. So, Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria are insisting that the federal government was still subsidizing PMS. Ipman stressed that this was not sustainable and might lead to an increase in the pump prices of petrol soon. So they said the landing cost now is about 1,117 per litre for premium motor spirits, which we know as petrol, and that they are estimating the monthly subsidy on the commodity has increased to about 707 billion. Excuse me. All marketers are projecting. That was as at yesterday. Now, we also know the issues that Dangote Petroleum Refinery has also had with the IOCs. He's been complaining that they're trying as much as possible to frustrate his ability to get crude oil from Nigeria. And likely he would be exporting his petrol outside the country if he's not able to get crude oil here. So the Minister for State for Petroleum Resources, Heineken Lokbobiri, had met with the officials of Dangote Refinery and NMPCL as well, and also Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission and the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission. They're trying to see how they can resolve some of these issues that Dangote has raised, as well as also, check the quality of the petrol that is being produced. So it's been back and forth, saying that that's the Ipman now saying that they are still subsidizing. If they lift the subsidization, we will likely be paying over 1,000 something for a litre of petrol in the country, and that the government is per 1 litre, they are taking out over or paying for us over 585 naira per litre. So I don't know how we have stylishly come back to paying for subsidy again.
We'll see. I don't, let the federal government respond to that, because the landing cost is 1,100 and the price is
1,170. Yeah,
somebody's paying for something.
Somebody is paying for something, or they would have to pay for something, or they are owing something. I want to take the story from the NDLEA. The NDLEA has arraigned Akomolafe. Is a senior immigration officer currently serving at the Murtala Muhammad International Airport, Ikeja-Lagos, and he was arraigned alongside Babatunde Micheal Olufemi, who is a staff of the FAAN, Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, and Nwadozie, Amaechi, and Nwosu, Cyril. They were all arraigned based on the fact that they were trying to traffic 8 kilograms of methamphetamine and 7.6 kilograms of Cannabis Sativa, also known as marijuana. So they are trying to move it to South Africa, and they said that the immigration officer and FAAN staff were involved in connivance with some other people that are trying to move it. While they were arraigned, the other people pled guilty, but the immigration officer said he was not guilty and he asked to be put on bail. They set the bail for him at 10 million naira and also a shorty that is a civil servant also that also has 10 million naira. So I was thinking they would explain how he was involved or how the process happened, but maybe we'll get more details over time. But
okay,
it's a good thing.
Let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.